Let's see. I got a question here from Jared. This is actually a very good question. And
Okay.
I know Jared. Jared's actually he's a director of sales at his company. And he says, I made a great hire recently, but the guy got off to a slow start. How long should I have given him to be successful? So he doesn't say if he dismissed the person or not, but let's talk about that for a second. Let's say you're thrilled about a hire, everything looks right, the assessments fall into play, culture, all those things. And let's say that the person, the guy or lady, whatever, they get off to a slow start, and they're not hitting things the day they started. And one of the challenges, Andy, too, is that we're still technically in a pandemic, so people are still dealing with things that led to the Great Resignation, right? It wasn't just your company; it was just analyzing life, like we've all done in the last 2 years. But to Jared's question, how long? What do you do in that situation when you're so thrilled about the hire and then the person is off to a slow start? How long do you give them?
Yeah, so I would push back on Jared a little bit when he says I hired this really great person, because if they're really great, they would have ramped up fast enough, right? So I don't know enough about what Jared did in his screening process to figure out what makes great and what doesn't make great. So my conjecture would be something's missing there. That's not a ding against Jared. It's just we're missing something. The second thing is, again, if you look at the research, the most successful companies have an onboarding program that's at least 3 to 12 months long.
Mm.
And most of the companies I know don't do onboarding for 3 months. They might do 3 days, they might do a week. That's not onboarding. That's that's indoctrination. It's that's an introduction. That is not onboarding. And the last thing I would say is, okay, how long is it reasonable to expect somebody to ramp up? So you should sit down and figure that out. If I hire somebody, and that's part of the reason of having at least a 3 month onboarding, right? What's the 90-day plan? What should they be doing in the first week, the second week, the third week? Have I really mapped that out in detail? Have I shared that with them so we're clear on what the expectations are and they've agreed to those expectations? So, yeah, those are kind of the 3 points of we're probably not screening detailed enough. Our onboarding is probably not robust enough, and we're probably not clear on what needs to happen in those 90 days.